spirit earns global respect. In the early hours of July 2, Typhoon Danis, the first storm to make landfall in Budai Township, Chiayi County since 1986, not only brought fierce winds and torrential rain, but also delivered an unprecedented challenge to the 23 million residents of the island nation. Typhoon Danis formed from a tropical depression over the Philippine Sea in late June, and quickly strengthened into a tropical storm as it approached the East China Sea. What made Danis particularly dangerous was its rapid movement, its wide-reaching impact, and the extremely strong wind gusts when it made landfall. At 11:40 p.m. on July 6, the eye of the storm officially made landfall in Budai, in southwestern Taiwan, bringing wind gusts of up to level 13. Roof sheets spun into the sky before plunging violently into the ground. Trees were uprooted, ancient trunks were snapped like twigs. Many roads turned into rivers in just 2 hours due to downpours exceeding 500 millimeters. For more than 18 hours. Satellite images revealed the storm's outer edges reaching as far as the South China Sea, indicating that its impact extended beyond Taiwan's western coast to neighboring areas as well. By the morning of July 7, preliminary damage had been partially assessed, at least 2 people dead, more than 330 injured, 580,000 households without electricity, and over 3,400 people urgently evacuated from mountainous and riverside areas at high risk of landslides. In Tainan City alone, more than 300 damage reports were recorded in a single night, including fallen trees, downed power poles, torn-off roofs, and a paralyzed transportation system. Rainfall in areas such as Liuge in Kaohsiung, Yujing in Tainan exceeded 600 millimeters in less than 24 hours, a new record since Typhoon Morakot in 2009. In Kaohsiung, landslides blocked many roads leading to mountain villages such as Taoyuan and Maolin. Soil and rocks poured down in layers more than a meter thick, in some places burying entire moving trucks. Locals recounted that within just 10 minutes, entire hillsides suddenly collapsed like a wave of earth. More moving and more powerful, unfolded in every street and alley, the solidarity and resilience of the Taiwanese people. 147 power engineers, along with dozens of cranes, bucket trucks, and generators, worked through the night to restore the power grid. They did not rest, did not retreat, even as the wind whipped their faces and newly raised power poles were knocked down again. A technician in Tainan tearfully said, "We're not just repairing electricity, we're keeping the lights of hope alive." In Budai, the first area hit by the storm, many fishermen voluntarily rowed boats to evacuate the elderly, children from danger zones before the typhoon arrived. A guesthouse owner in Pingtung opened her doors for free to dozens of strangers, even turned her lobby into a mini cinema for the evacuated children. "We can't stop the storm, but we can make it less frightening," the owner smiled, handing a warm lunchbox to an elderly guest. Especially moving was the image of 5 young men in Tainan using homemade ropes and a hand saw to rescue a car pinned beneath a fallen tree. A photo shared millions of times on social media. No one knew each other, but during the storm, everyone became family. Beyond compassion and community spirit, Taiwan demonstrated outstanding disaster response capabilities. The automated emergency warning system sent more than 2.3 million alert SMS messages within the first 30 seconds of DONUS making landfall. The real-time Taiwan Power Map, an interactive outage map, was accessed more than 15 million times overnight, helping residents identify which areas were being repaired and which needed temporary evacuation. In several emergency cases, rescue drones delivered illuminated life buoys, dry food, and walkie-talkies to fishermen stranded near the mouth of Gangko River. The seamless coordination between authorities, technology, and the community helped minimize casualties and, above all, strengthened public trust in the darkest hours. This was not the first time Taiwan had faced a major storm. Typhoon Morakot in 2009 killed more than 600 people. Typhoon Soudelor in 2015 cut power to nearly 8 million households. But with DONUS, what left the deepest impression was not the numbers, but the maturity of an entire nation in the face of adversity. At a temporary elementary school shelter, a group of medical students brought therapy dogs to help calm frightened children. At a bakery in central Tainan, the ovens ran for 10 hours on a generator, producing over 800 loaves of free bread for residents enduring power outages and floods. Small, quiet acts, without fanfare or headlines. But they are what build a stronghold that no storm can topple. That is the indomitable spirit of Formosa. As the first rays of sunlight broke through the heavy clouds on the morning of July 7, the entire island was infused with a renewed energy. Chainsaws clearing fallen trees harmonized with children reciting in makeshift classrooms. Garbage trucks returned to the streets, power lines were gradually restored. Though mud still covered many areas, the fear in people's eyes had vanished, replaced by determination and pride. Typhoon DONUS may have felled trees and torn off roofs, but it could not defeat Taiwan's spirit. What about you? If you were in the heart of the storm, what would help you stay strong? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because a single story might become someone else's anchor in their storm. If you believe this story is worth sharing, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We'll continue to bring you stories that make you believe in humanity, even in the darkest storms.